when you're feeling run down, whether it be from a really busy week, a really fun weekend, or maybe you just feel like you're starting to get sick, I encourage you to focus on fueling and nourishing your body, bringing in lots of those garbage men and trying to eliminate the garbage, right? We want to help our body to build and repair rather than to further break down or add more inflammation or fuel to the fire. So some major things that I focus on is prioritizing sleep, making sure I'm getting to bed early, and making sure that I have a really good sleep environment so that it's conducive for sleep, especially if I'm not feeling well. So that might be using like breathe right strips if you're struggling with breathing, maybe having a humidifier, maybe some essential oils if that's your thing. I really enjoy them. You may even use like a magnesium good night balm or a magnesium supplement to calm your nervous system or just kind of relax your body. Keeping it dark, perhaps listening to some calming music or putting a sound machine or a fan on for white noise, whatever works for you, but really trying to avoid those electronics so that you're not driving up those cortisol levels, but helping to naturally increase your melatonin. And then also drinking plenty of water. So everything that goes on in our body is a result of cell-to-cell communication. So you want to keep your cells nice and plump like grapes rather than raisins. So helping your cells to function at an optimal level through still water or even an herbal tea. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing a decaf coffee just because a lot of times there is still some caffeine in it, but more so it's often decaffeinated through a process that involves chemicals. So if you know it's a water filtration or water decaffeination process or sugarcane, then that would be a fine option, but I would really emphasize more of the still water and herbal teas. And then I really like to use elderberry as well, and I will keep that on hand at all times. I keep it in the fridge, and it's something that I use for myself. My husband uses it, and we give it to our son. And if I'm starting to kind of feel like, oh, I didn't get a great night's sleep, I'm feeling a little bit run down, or it's the end of the week and it was just a really busy week, I will take a teaspoon of it. It's not something that I do on a daily basis, but especially if I am feeling ill, then I will use it more regularly. And then overall, the elderberry syrup does have some carbs and sugar in it, but more from a medicinal standpoint, I think it has more pros than cons. And that is something that we want to be mindful of as well, is making sure that we're not consuming processed sugars or many carbs, because that can add to the inflammation, and we want to really work to kind of calm that fire in our body as we're trying to heal, especially if I want to heal, within a couple days, which is usually where I'm at. I'm very impatient when it comes to being ill, as I'm sure most of you are. So really prioritizing sleep, drinking adequate fluids, ideally half your body weight in fluid ounces or more, depending on what that looks like for you or what you typically consume. And then trying to incorporate that elderberry syrup. Obviously, ask your doctor before incorporating something new. Make sure it's not going to interfere with any medications or any other supplements that you're currently taking. And then trying to avoid processed carbs or any added sugars. So those are the 4 things to really keep in mind. I will link my feeling rundown, turn that feeling right around handout to this video so that you can reflect on that for more tips.